So this is going to be the first episode. It is Wednesday night, about 11:30. Dallas starts Friday morning, so the team's flying in to Dallas tomorrow morning, afternoonish, and we'll meet them down there. We're trying to get there about 11, 12 o'clock. It's about a 10-hour drive from Missouri to Dallas, so we'll get there, get the hotel set up, and kind of be with everybody tomorrow night. Before we play on Friday. So I wanted to vlog this because I thought it'd be cool to, look back on with some guys later on and just kind of see our memories or stuff. And maybe you guys enjoy watching it too. Yeah, so we are about to jump in the car, and I'll introduce you guys I'll introduce you to everybody around, as soon as it gets light outside and I can start filming in the car without it being pitch black. Because we'll be driving for probably 5-6 hours before there's any light. So really trying to get a jump on this. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. See how you guys like the series. Let me know. We'll see you on the road. So we are about 35 minutes outside of Dallas. It is, 9:30? So we actually made really, really good time. We're hoping to get there right at 10. Maybe get an early check-in. But I'll introduce you, everybody. We got Alex, co-owner.
AKA Damansa. I am Staubert.
He's progress manager on the board. And
for the weekend, I'm STA Screech, because I haven't got New Jersey yet, but...
Yeah, so we're working on his jersey. So he changed his name from Screech to Berserk. He's our youth team manager. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, do that. And yeah, so he changed his name from Screech to Berserk, and when we had our old jerseys, Screech was still on it. So for this weekend and this weekend only, he will be Screech, because that's what his jersey says. So yeah, that's where we are. But we're about 35 minutes outside of Dallas, and I'm kind of getting excited.
Oh baby.
Oh baby.
I think we're all getting a little excited.
Oh yeah, we are. Woo! That monkey got a fucking bell.
Light up again. So we're in the hotel room.
That's true.
Finally made it. We're going to Chipotle though, because we're fucking starving. We just picked up the guys from the airport, and they are down in the lobby. So let's go. Hugsy and Pickle are here right now. I think Sam might not get in till like 5, dude. Well, he might not leave till 5, which means he might not get in until like.
That's just an extra. Man, we don't have in our room until 5. I could live with that.
That's true. That's true.
We had a bunch of big beefy guys, except for this.
But yeah, so we are going to walk down to Chipotle, which is just down the street from the hotel. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We'll probably walk around a little bit downtown, show you guys a little bit of downtown later today. CWL Dallas 2017. This one's actually in Dallas. This was not Fort Worth like it was last year. Definitely the best event that the org has ever had. Came into the event at 57 seed, which gave us a first round bye. So our first round, which was actually second round of winners bracket, where we played Casual Ops Gaming, which was Calmity, Starfish, Reed, and Galvanize. That was the only game we played on Friday, and we were actually very, very lucky to be able to play on Friday. We were one of the only teams that actually had a first round bye that actually got their game in on Friday because of the bomb threat and everything that happened. We are currently outside of the venue, so I don't know if I can flip, but we are all outside. So we had to evacuate twice. The first time this happened, it was actually reported that people had called in, but there was a security guard that saw a backpack unattended that looked like it had dynamite in it. So he shut down the event and called in bomb squad. And I think what made it take so long that first time was when you go to these events, all the players have backpacks. They have backpacks for their controllers, their headsets, their cables, all that stuff. And so when the fire alarm went off for the first time, everybody just kind of ran out. I think a lot of people forgot to bring their bags. So that they did report that there was a lot of bags left in the venue after that first alarm went off. When there's a certain protocol that you have to go through when you don't know if a bomb is in a bag, like there's a certain way you have to go about opening that bag and searching that bag and doing it safely in case there is a bomb. And when we're at a CWL event with so many players, like there was a lot of bags left, so that took a lot of time, and they ended up shutting down the event and canceling it for the day. So bomb squad came in, bomb squad was called. They responded with K9s and everything they needed to do their search correctly. What made it take so long? They ended up shutting down the event on Friday, and canceled all games. So we were very lucky to be able to get a game in. We ended up winning our second round 2-0. Casual Ops actually ended up having roster changes after that event. They went down to losers bracket. I think they lost round 2 or 3 of losers. We beat them 2-0. Pretty easy first round for us, but they shut down the event. They ended up bringing everybody outside and evacuating the event around, I want to say, 2-3 o'clock. And they actually ended up canceling of the event all day Friday, and they ended up restarting Saturday at 10 a.m.
Alright, so our first match of the day was against Casual Ops Gaming after we got a bye. First map was our Dennis Forest Hardpoint, one of our stronger maps for sure. It starts off a little slow. We're tied about 35-35, and then I just had to take over the game real quick. I popped a 3-piece, momentum swung. We go up by like 150, and the game wasn't really close from there on. They just got scrap time. How'd the S&D do?
The S&D it started off a little slow. We lost the first round. I think it was 2-2 at one point, and we were playing kind of slow. We didn't have that much confidence in ourselves. And as I think it would be round 5, we went on a 4-game win streak to win the map 6-2. We kind of just started just playing our game, just going, knowing that we're better than the team that we were playing, and we just took over.
Started hitting snipes.
Yeah, and I dominated too. So
I think rest of
kind of helped.
Average, so yeah. Chill.
But we were able to get that first game in 1-2-0, and then we started up the next day. I think most of the other second round winners matches started around 10 a.m. So we didn't start our next game until about 12:15ish, which was our round 3 matchup against Third Sense Gaming. Now this was kind of a pickup squad, I believe. What I heard before the game, this was Clutch, Performal, Ritual, and Juka. They seem to be a lot more of a search team. From what I've heard, they were more of an S&D squad. So we knew they were going to beat us on the S&D, or at least we were expecting them to put up a lot more of a fight on S&D than they did on the respawn. So we knew we had to come out there hot on the first respawn. We did. came out there, beat them in the hard point. They ended up beating us in the S&D. I think it was 6-3, 6-2 or 6-3. So they took care of business there. They were able to get it done, and they beat us there. And then we beat them on the CTF. We won 2-0 in the CTF. So good side. We were able to cap 2 flags pretty easily. We just really stuck to our game plan. It was really good looking game. Like, being able to watch that and from the outside, like, we played that very well. We controlled that map very well, and it was just a very beautifully played game of CTF. And then we go to bad side, up 2-0, and cause a stalemate about a minute in or so, if I remember correctly, and waste a lot of time off their clock. So we played that very well, knew we had a 2-up border on bad side, and we took care of business on CTF. CTF was their best game mode. That's what they felt the most confident going into the weekend with. So felt very confident in CTF. We were able to take care of business there against Casual Ops, and not Casual Ops, Third Sense was our round 3. And we went to round 4 of winners, which was 3 Kings Gaming. That was Bounds, Snowhair, Gorg Knight, and Godforms. They were a good team. We came out, that was another round we thought we should have won. I know that round, that matchup really didn't sit well with the guys. After that, they were very upset. They knew that they had to obviously make a run in losers bracket after then. But we came out very slow. I don't want to blame it on the bomb threat, because I know 3 Kings were going through the same thing that we did, so it's not an excuse, but we did come out very slow. They came out, and I think they were winning by like 100 very early on. It was not a close game, and then the last half of the game, we really turned it up, and we ended up bringing it back very close. I want to say, I don't remember the exact score, but I know we brought it back. If we played the second half of that, or the first half of that game, the way that we played the second half, I definitely think we would have beat them in that first hard point. And I know the guys felt the same way too. We brought it back very close, but at that point they were just way too far ahead, and they just needed to chip away at a couple seconds each hill, and they were able to secure that win. So they ended up beating us 2-0. They beat us in the S&D. S&D is not our strongest game mode. Obviously, we need to work on that going into New Orleans. That's something the guys know. So we lost that S&D. I do think if we won that first hard point, we would have had a very good chance on beating them in the CTF. I know the guys felt very confident going into CTF. Like they said, that was their best game mode. That was what they felt their best game mode was. So they definitely think that they could have won that CTF, and I think if we won that hard point, played the first half the way we played the second half, it might have been a different series. But GG's, 2 Bounds, Snowfair, Gorge Knight, and Godforms, they did what they needed to do in winners round 4, and they took us out, and I think they ended up finishing top 40. I believe they were top 40 as well. So they made their run. I don't know who they played after us. They went on to winners round 5, and if they lost that, they probably went to losers round 6. Whatever the case, they ended up finishing the same placing that we did, top 40, top 24 in open brackets. So GG's to them. They did what they needed to do, and we were on to losing round 4 of winners brought us to round 5 of losers. Round 5 of losers was a very good match. That was one that a lot of people did not think we were going to win. We played Circa, which is Colchan, Evasion, Nox, and Godlike. Very good team. Colchan, I know, is pretty popular in the community. He's done a lot. Same thing with Godlike and Nox. I know they're very well known, but Colchan's the number 1 on that team. And we ended up beating them 2-0. It was pretty very good games. I believe that was the round. I don't remember if that one or the next one was the round that Hugsy pulled that 5-piece on to win that first hard point. I think it was against Circa. I'm not 100% sure. It might have been the next round, but beat them 2-0.
Oh my God!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's fucking go! Let's go, baby. Lose it. Let's go!
Let's go, man!
Let's go, man!
Let's go!
Let's go, man!
Let's go!
Woo! Sam, get it over here, man. Let's go!
Let's go, bro.
They actually ended up having roster changes after that. They dropped Invasion, and they are looking for a fourth going into New Orleans under Circa. So they placed top 64 after we beat them there in round 5. So not the outing that they were looking for. Obviously, the bomb threat and everything really was a vibe kill to everybody. But like I said before, everybody was playing under those the same conditions. So GG's to Circa and Colchan. Hopefully those guys can get another fourth and have a stronger showing here in New Orleans coming up next month. And then we were on to losers round 6, which was against Taboo, which was, I believe, an Australian. They were either Australian or European. I want to say they were Australian. I think they were the 3rd ranked Australian team right after Mind Freak and Tainted Minds. They were a 10th seed in the open bracket, so we knew that they were going to be a tough team to play. We ended up beating them 2-0 as well. That was another good game. That was Excite, Dean, Lakey, and Setz. They ended up finishing top 48 once we knocked them out of losers round 6. And that was another good game. That was another match that people did not think we were going to win. That was another upset. So these last 2 games, really against Circa and Taboo, were 2 that we were not expected to win. And I do think if we beat 3 Kings in our last winners round there, that we probably would have gone pretty far. So then we were on to losers round 7, where we played Beyond Reality, which was Hitman, Jet Li, Neon, and Zeus. They were a very good team. So we came out strong in that match again, won the hard point, lost the SND, which was very, very, very tough to swallow because we could have beat them in the SND on that. It was a close game. I think we lost that 6-4. So that was a close game. If we could have won that S&D, we would have been able to finish the series out there. But we went to a game map 3, CTF, and at that point, we were drained. I think it was Zuma or Attach on FaZe that ended up tweeting out before the event, because FaZe was in losers bracket too. They go, hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Make sure you're playing all day. Like it's a long road for open bracket. And we got knocked out earlier than we wanted to in winners round, so we knew we had a long road in winners or losers bracket. So we just ran out of steam. So they ended up beating us 4-0 in that last CTF. I could definitely tell the energy was just not the same as it was for the rest of the matches. The guys weren't talking as nearly, or they didn't have nearly as much energy, I guess, as they did previous matches. So they were. I think this match ended up finishing right around like 12:30 midnight. So it was very late. But like I said, Beyond Reality was under the same conditions. So GG's to them. But we were very, very tired. So that was we ran out of steam playing in that last map. So that concluded our run. We placed Beyond Reality ended up placing top 32. So they lost in losers round 8. We placed top 40, top 24 in open bracket. And Beyond Reality ended up going that next round and losing, which made them top 32 or top 20 in open bracket. So it was a very, very successful event for us in general. I'm really excited to see what we can do moving forward, because we finished now. We are 33rd in pro points. So we are ranked 33rd on the CWL ladder, on the CWL rankings. So good. That means going into 2Ks, we're going to have a lot more pro points and a lot better seeding. So if we can place decently well and get some pro points in these upcoming 2Ks, I think we're going to be able to have a very, very, very good seed going to New Orleans here in January, which will give us an easier road. Not necessarily that we want an easier road, because I know as an owner, I want to beat those bigger teams. I want to have an opportunity to be matched up against those bigger teams. I don't really necessarily. Obviously, it's good to get pro points and go further in the tournament and really get there. But I want to make some upsets. I want to get known, right? I want to get these guys known as well. The players known, like beating people like Colchan and Godlike and Hitman and those kinds of guys. Like those are the matches that I want to play. So obviously having a better seed is going to be great for CWL. It's going to be great for the rankings coming up. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do in New Orleans. A little recap with the players. Our captain, Hugsy, has been around for a while. He's played in quite a few major events, so he's pretty known in the community. People know Hugsy. Same thing with Pickle. Pickle. People know Pickle. But the two guys that I really think shined this weekend were Tanner and Sam, previews and super. Both of those guys, they've played LANs before, but this was both of their first major events. They just turned 18, so this was the first major event that they could compete in. And they both, in my opinion, Sam was probably the MVP of this event. I don't think Sam had one bad map. I think even the maps that we lost, Sam still went positive, and he had I think he had more highlights than anybody on the team. Everybody had highlights. Everybody had maps where they just went off. Like Tanner had a 3v1 snipe. Hugsy had a 5-piece at the end of a hard point to win the round. Like Pickle was popping 3-pieces all over the place, and I was seeing him. He dropped a couple 40 bombs and a couple 30 bombs. But Sam was constantly hitting highlight clips all weekend, and I know you guys are going to be seeing a lot of that on the main channel with the videos coming up. But I definitely think he was the MVP of the weekend. But I definitely think both of them, Tanner and Sam, definitely stood out this weekend. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do coming up after they have this first LAN under their belt. A lot of weird stuff going on. Definitely not a normal first major with the bomb threat and everything having to be played on Saturday. So everything going smoothly in New Orleans, having one major event, very good major event placement under their belt. I'm really excited to see what they're going to be able to do coming up in New Orleans. So that's pretty much it for my little recap. That's pretty much all I want to say. I'm super excited to see what these guys are going to do. It's going to be an awesome year. But definitely subscribe down below so you guys can see. I'm going to be doing one of these little vlog, my own thoughts on the event, recap type thing at the end of each event. So definitely subscribe if you guys want to see that. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the org channel. We got a lot of good videos and a lot of good content coming out there. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in New Orleans.